Hi guys, hello again. So now as you all know, my last video was, well, intense and very ranty, and the reason that I post on occasion videos like that is for the simple reason that I want to show soul travelers that it is very important and necessary to be fucking real with what you feel, alright? It's interesting because the whole lockdown terminology with regards to the external situation as well is symbolic for what has been done to us on an internal level. We have been made pliable, compliant, amenable, mind controllable. We have been, in short, MK Ultra'd in a massive way. This is done by imprisoning us in the toxic shame construct, and the warden of that prison is the dark generator, which I've spoken about in many of my previous videos, but I've now decided to call it the Black Hand because I see what is going on with that, how there is this dark, nefarious influence living in our consciousness that literally controls and dictates our every move, or tries to very much. It's interesting because you see now, in my last video, as you all know, right, I mentioned how my cat was doing my head in. I was having an incredibly bad day. I felt absolutely, wow, beyond words. I was having a bit of a breakdown. And my cat is animals are very sensitive and they feel these things. They also are very much affected by what is happening in this Truman Show reality of ours. Now, I got a comment from somebody kind of pointing out that, oh, it's this or it's that, and you should, like, really kind of in this underhanded way implying that I'm abusing my cats or something. Now, I take great exception to that because for those of you who have been with me for some time on this channel, you know very well that I absolutely love animals. I absolutely love nature. I revere animals and nature. And my pussycats are incredibly well looked after. And even when I have a breakdown, when I have a really bad day, a really bad week, a really bad month, a really bad year, I never ever take it out on them at all. Never. I know that raising your voice, for example, at an animal terrifies them. I know this. They're like this big, you're like that big. I understand everything, all of that, I really do. But to be honest about how you're feeling and how you are being affected by the external in your world, including, say for example, right, you have a breakdown and you have kids, especially if they're young kids and they're demanding of your energy and your time, and you are literally buckling under the strain, and internally you feel like I'm gonna throttle you, but you wouldn't, would you? You still totally love and adore your children and worship the fucking ground that they walk on. It's like that for me and my pussycats, alright? I needed to say this because, and again, I thought it was underhanded, and it is that typical sort of black hand, dark generator type of thing. It's like consciousness is a web that is connected. It's like a sea, you know? And the black hand is this dark, nefarious, demonic influence that influences it all the time and gets consciousness to create shit. It's like it does this in so many different ways. It's like the whole notion of, well, it's better to expect the worst, that way you won't be disappointed. But it's also there saying, oh, you've said this, you've offended so and so, you better get in touch and make apologies. And it's you do that because you believe the Black Hand. You make an apology, and it's like, why are you apologizing? I'm not upset at all. And it's like, oh, I see, shouldn't have believed the Black Hand. It tells you that you're doomed. It tells you that evil always wins. It tells you that this is all there is. It tells you to worry. It tells you to be afraid. It tells you you're not going to be okay. It is a multifaceted thing. It is a dark, parasitic thing that lives in our consciousness and bends us to its will, slanting everything to the dark side. It is the uncreation, it is the inversion, and you only become aware of it when you are very awake. Then you all of a sudden begin to realize that, whoa, hold on a fucking minute, what is really going on inside of my consciousness? You learn to observe yourself, to witness yourself, your thoughts, these weird, intrusive thoughts that soul travelers get, right? I know, because I speak to other soul travelers, they get it, I get it. Weird, intrusive thoughts. Are you going to fall off your bike and you're going to be run over? Or you're going to take your dog out for a walk and then you're going to just abandon him somewhere. You're going to do that. I've spoken to people at length about this. I've researched schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. I've been many places and I've researched many things. And I see the possession factor. I see the Black Hand and how it is literally the puppet master. We're the puppets on the strings. And it's there doing that. We were born into the toxic shame construct. The Black Hand is the master, the predominant energy that slants everything to the dark side. Fear, fear, fear. Its minions are the NPCs that, mundane reality is this is how it works, and you can't say what you really want to say. You can't express your emotions because that offends us. You can't do a video and say that, I went to the hairdresser, this and this and this and this happened, and it drove me insane. Now I feel like this, now I feel extreme hatred and extreme rage, and my cat is doing my head in, and the people that keep phoning me and harassing me are doing my head in, everything is doing my head in, and that is how I feel right now, because, that offends people. That offends them. The only people that really get offended by that, I think, are kind of narcissists, or people that are profoundly uncomfortable with getting fucking real and raw with themselves. And if you are that person, you're not going to fucking heal. You're not going to heal. This fucking world is an MK Ultra prison. They're fucking with your head every fucking day. If you are not willing to really go into that, and deal with the fallout of that, what it has done to your psyche, what it has done to your cognitive behavioral patterns, if you're not willing to really go into that and really face it and really feel that and be totally honest about that and express that in some way and feel that, you're gonna feel a shitload of hate. You're going to feel a shitload of rage. You're going to go insane with it. You're going to feel a shitload of grief, a shitload of discombobulation and chaos and insanity. When you really get to understanding what has been done here, what is being done here, what do you think is happening right now? Don't forget as well that we are empaths. We feel everything. We feel, as a soul traveler collective, we feel each other, but we also feel everything pertaining to the external. We feel the Black Hand oppressing people and gaslighting people, We feel feel the bizarre gaslighting operation that is going on right now, where on the one hand it's saying that, oh, doubly punjabbed people should not fly because, you know, it's dangerous, because airline pilots are right, and then on the other hand it's punjabbed people are going to be given fast tracking in airports, and they're going to be, you know, given preferential treatment. Now that is typical gaslighting. They do this in every imaginable way. They've always done it, but now it's ta-da, it's right there for all of us to see. And there is an awakening going on. There are souled people out there that are truly waking up, and they are waking up not just a little bit at a time, but they are waking up as in boom, ta-da, boom, right? It's volcanic. That inevitably means they're going to feel, they're going to start coming out of lockdown, they're going to, in their psyche, they're going to realize how they've been used, and it's going to really bring it all up, and we also feel that. So the black hand is there every day, influencing what you think, and ergo influencing what you feel, and influencing how you behave. It's a knee-jerk reaction. These thoughts enter your head. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. You've upset that person now. Makes you feel like shit. You better go and, right, off you go. And it's incredible, because yesterday I was on Facebook, and there was a good friend of mine that I love dearly, but who really just isn't awake. Posted this thing, this meme, saying that those who did not love you, abused you, whatever, did whatever they did to you, were there to teach you how to love yourself. Well, I read that, and oh boy, that was incendiary. I mean, I was burning with rage and hate at reading that nasty, gaslighty platitude there. And I thought, right, I'm going to have to reply to that in very strong terms. And immediately the black hand swooped in and said, oh no, you can't do that, you cannot offend her, you can't say that, she won't want to be your friend anymore, you can't say anything, just leave it doesn't matter, each to their own, just don't say anything and just leave it. But there was another part of me that said, fuck that, I'm gonna fucking make a statement right the fuck now, because that is evil, filthy, dark nonsense. And I said that, you know, this is not helping people, that to actually give credit to your abusers, the psychopaths, the narcissists, the NPCs that do this to us on a daily basis, our own parents, our own families, what not, all these motherfuckers that have done this to us, that have abused us, that have manipulated us, that have gaslit the fuck out of us till we're completely fucked, so that we can be used as batteries, as soul travelers, existing in this fake fucking thing. To say that we owe them some sort of credit for showing us how to love ourselves. I mean, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, wow, I can't remember the reply exactly, but wow, it was strong. It wasn't verbally abusive, but it was strong. It had to be. And she got back to me, hi Bruce, that's my neighbour's cat. Hi my darling. See? All the cats around here love me. They all come around, I give them snacks, I talk with them, I tell them they're beautiful, that I love them, and I do love them. So I'm not having any more fucking comments about, oh, you're not a good person because you don't love your cats, because you know, it's like, fuck off, how dare you. Anyway, it was all about, well, maybe, you know, in the material realm, yeah, what they did wasn't right, blah, 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 but you see, you have soul contracts with them, and that is why it has to be this way, and it is good for you. Which just, oh boy, it infuriated me. I felt like I was insane with rage, because it is a perfect example of how they manipulate us and abuse us. This is all new age fucking nonsense, the kind of shit that Abraham Hicks would come out with, the kind of shit that Eckhart Tolle would come out with, the kind of shit that Oprah would come out with, or any of these fucking fuckers with their shiny, perfect faces in their big mansions by the sea. People that are always perfect, are always happy, are always squeaky fucking clean, like these cardboard cutout individuals that you get at supermarkets. Like ads, the Coca-Cola ad. This isn't real Ralph Smart, you know, living waters, breathing, whatever, drowning more like. It isn't right. This isn't right. This is not right, people. This is not about empowering you. This is about disempowering you. This is woman Anita Moyani who goes on about, oh, and she was dying of cancer and she only had hours to live and she had an NDE, and when she woke up she was all healed and everything is wonderful and amazing. And it's all a lie. She made the whole thing up. It never happened. At all. But it comes down to the whole near-death experience thing, which is a massive psyop. It comes down to the whole reincarnation thing, which I believe now to be a massive fucking psyop. Wow. When you really begin to realize how massive this is, what has been done to us, how we have been had, you're not going to sit there feeling all pretty and happy and peaceful and tranquil and saying Aum in the lotus position. You're going to go insane with rage, with grief, with sorrow, with insanity. It is going to be very, very, very difficult and to traverse that terrain. But it is the only way, people. It is the only way. The only way out, like I said, is through. But there are some who don't want to do the work, they don't want to face that, they don't want to feel it. Maybe it's fear keeps you from it, I don't know what it is, but it's not my problem. Each to their own. If you have problems with being fucking real and really, really going into truth and being fucking real and coming out of the lockdown within yourself and owning it all, if you have trouble with that, then this is absolutely not the channel for you, and you need to unsubscribe and go away. This channel is for soul travelers only, and real soul travelers are people that will do the fucking work. They will walk this path. You know? We are walking through the valley of the shadow of death here, people. This is hell in many ways. In many ways. There are other beings here, souled beings, beautiful trees, beautiful animals, nature, souled, the living waters. And it's like when you do earthing, like the Green Wizard said in one of his videos, when you do earthing with your bare feet on the ground, like I do up on the moors, and I can feel the power, you know, the granite, the crystal, I can feel it. Whoa, it's like a heartbeat. I can feel the trees when I put my hands on, you know, on the tree. I can feel the heartbeat, and they actually speak to me, and I speak to them. I speak to my cats, and my cats speak to me. We know what we are talking about. We speak. But all of us living souled beings are under so much groaning duress of trauma and abuse that has been unspeakable. And so awakening to that is really, really big, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. And this channel is about expressing that. It's about the truth. It's about getting fucking real and all of that. That is what this channel is being about and will always be about. I am never, ever, ever going to pussyfoot around, and I'm not going to pretend that it's something that it isn't. And I'm going to be honest about how I'm feeling. And if I have a massive rant and a fucking meltdown, then so be it. People have trouble with that. Better off leaving. Please do. That whole thing on Facebook infuriated me. The whole, soul contracts. We have, you know, I did, not that long ago, I did a video, 2 videos in fact, in 2 parts, about the breaking of the contracts. That, we come here to suffer, suffering is good. You know, it makes us forge wisdom. And you know, I have learned a lot from this life. All right, I have. I really, really have. So to an extent, it's had merit. It remains having merit. Sorry, grammatical confusion. Okay? But that doesn't mean it's right. The inversion, the uncreation, the continual decay, the old age, the diseases, the insanity, animals having to hunt and kill and eat each other. Come on. You look at the world, if you're awake and you see all the dead animals by the roadside, all the cars, all the insanity, all the NPCs, all the mundane reality reinforcement officers, all the trauma, all the MK Ultra's ridiculous evil filth. All of this is imposed by these fucking beings that are pure evil, that pose as guides and gods and beings of authority standing above us, imposing their will on us, gaslighting us, saying, oh yes, soul contracts. And we've given our power away because it is in a typical narcissistic relationship where you're with your back against the wall and it's like, well, that's what you have to do in order to survive. They say to us, well, yeah, you have to make this agreement, this contract with me and let me implant you etherically with all this mind control shit. Because it's good for you, you know it is. This is why you're here. But it's not, because they're using you as a fucking battery, you see. They're not guides, they're not gods. They are beings from fucking hell realms. We are the gods. Yes, thank you, we are the ultimate creator beings, and they despise us, and they have gaslit the fuck out of us and made us think that we need to live on our fucking knees. That disease is good for us, dementia is good for you, cancer is good for you, growing old is good for you. Living in a body that is riddled with pain and disease and you know, wrinkly skin, like literally growing old, that is good for you. Yeah, that's all about wisdom, you know, the crone, you know, this new age bullshit for like the young woman, and then you see a middle-aged woman, and then the crone, and oh, the wisdom, and oh, isn't it amazing? Gaslighting, lies, manipulation, evil filth. Oh, the soul contract, so it's perfectly okay for Ted Bundy to murder women because they had a soul contract, yeah. You know, you have a soul contract with your government, and this is why they're doing this to you, and it's all good, and you should be thankful and give them all the credit. No, thank you. I own what's been done to me. They're evil fuckers. The fallout as pertaining to my inner being and everything here is up to me now. It's up to me because I can wait till forever for somebody else to come and fix it for me or to save me, but that ain't gonna happen. Because that's not the setup here. I have no other choice, and indeed it must be so that I own this shit now. It's my fucking responsibility. My healing. My liberation. My restoration to my fucking magic, which is my power, which is the power of infinite unconditional love. And no, love isn't all soft and pussyfooty and fucking, oh, we must be nice and pliant and amenable and just be nice. It's not their fault, and they were just trying to show us how to love ourselves by sexually abusing us, you know, and by trying to murder us and by gaslighting us, and you know, and it's not their fault. They were just wounded. Yeah, well, I'm wounded, but I don't do that. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking putrid evil shit. It is so fucking evil, and it leads me in. These soul contracts that are null and void. I do not consent, motherfucker, null and void. Dark generated black hand. This is how it is. This is how it is. Live in fear and act according to how I instruct you to act, instead of, no, I feel like apologizing for having stated my case here, but I'm not going to, because I was right to do so I will not apologize. And if this person no longer wants to be friends with me, then it is meant to be that way, because it's no good for me to be friends with someone like that. So toodaloo, goodbye. Yes, it hurts a bit, but I'll get over it, because you know what? I'll get over it because every time I make that type of decision, and I am freed from another toxic entanglement with a person that is not good for me, it is self-love. That is an act of self-love. I love myself, and I will continue to empower myself through traversing this hell realm and working out what's going on more and more and more, and understanding the black hand inside my psyche, doing this. I know what is going on. It's clear as a bell to me now, more and more and more. That is what awakening is about. It's about liberation, people. Oh man, how we've been had. Unbelievable. This whole reincarnation thing, I mean, I have studied reincarnation and near-death experiences, and for a time I was taken in by it, but I'm not anymore. There are a few near-death experience stories that I thought were very interesting, and I know that these people were not lying. Their consciousness at the point of death went on a little journey, and it was interesting. That's fine. But the type of near-death experiences where you meet these beings that manipulate your mind and emotions so that you feel all this bliss and all this love and all this light, but they are beings of authority over you, and they give you this life review like you're some stupid child that needs to be shown everything. Well, this was right, and that was wrong, and because of that you now have to go back, and you have to be re-entangled, and you have to suffer like this, and you have to be mistreated like that to make up for that, and but it's all about love. Now that is disgusting, evil manipulation, people, is what that is. Because anything that poses as external authority over us, as beings of light, the guides, the gods, Jesus, whatever, whoever, Buddha, they're liars. They're the archons. They are the evil ones. It's as simple as that. And when it comes to fucking reincarnation, this is mundane reality reinforcement, because these, oh yeah, I was in ancient Rome, and then I was in Japan, and then I was a Viking. How come it's always linear, by the way? Have you ever noticed that? It's always linear, isn't it? I was there in the year 803 BC, and then 803 AD, and then it's always, linear. It's not linear at all. This is complete and utter bullshit. It's a lie. That's the evil construct. And history is a complete lie. These things never happened, so you couldn't have been there. Hey, I don't actually think we have had any past lives as such, not in this level, this bandwidth of experience, reality, whatever, call it what you will. I don't think so. No. They implant us with these fake memories, guys. That's what they do. As a part of the function of the black hand. Oh yeah, look, there you were in ancient Rome as a child, as an 8-year-old boy, being buggered by all these men, and you're really traumatized by that, and that trauma is still in you today. Yeah, wow. And then you are feeling it, really feeling it, and being in a total state of grief. Now this is implantation, this is weaponry, and it's a lie, it never happened. I have one memory that I know to be true blue, through the synchronicity. I know. I was in a place where the sea was like liquid gold. It was gossamer, like water is here, but instead of it being blue and green, it was gold. And I was swimming in it, and I could breathe on the water, and it was a most incredible place. So I think it's kind of like the golden world or something. Now that is a true memory. That is not an implant. I feel now, and this is something burgeoning up from within me, truth walking, that reincarnation is a lie, that these reincarnated memories are lies and implant memories that feel very real, and we want to validate them because we're looking for meaning and belonging, but we're being manipulated and we're being had, people. Be aware of this. I said before that, the fall happens incrementally, and like in that movie Dark City, it's a bit like that. You fall into a reality, and the past changes completely, the here and now changes completely, and of course therefore the future changes completely, but before you know it, you've fallen into an even lower realm. So I suppose I feel that we haven't really been in this bandwidth of reality very, very long at all. This is a very complicated thing, and it is made that way on purpose. The darker it gets, the more difficult and complex and tortuous it becomes. It's done like that for a reason, of course. It's all about mind control, consciousness hijack. It doesn't want to let us go. We are a precious resource, soul travelers. We really fucking are. We are so intense. We are beings of great power, great magic. But look at what's been done to us, the disease-ridden state that we are in. And to that end, I made some other notes, because another thing that I come across on Facebook a lot that really does my head in is these fucking hippies, or whoever the fuck they are. It's like they go on and on and on and on and on about nutrition, right? Where, oh, you can't eat gluten, oh, and you mustn't eat sugar, and you have to eat alkaline, oh, and you can't eat any kind of meat or fish because you need to be a vegan. Now, I don't like veganism. I think it destroys the body. I think it's profoundly disgusting and bad and unhealthy. I had a bit of chicken the other day because something said to me, you need to eat some meat, and actually it helped me. I said a prayer for the animal, the chicken, and you know, whatever, and I did that, but I needed to eat some meat. My body needed it. It's difficult. It doesn't make me feel good, but it had to be done. I eat fish quite often. And eggs, I eat a lot of eggs, and this, that, and the other. But these people, they're obsessed with this. And, you know, it's true. It's all about the Great Reset. It's all about weakening us and destroying us completely, eradicating us completely. I mean, this whole fucking... Do you remember back in the day with the political correctness, with the risk assessments and the health and safety? All of these were mind control, psyops to weaken us in the... Oh, you can't say that, you're a bad person. You know, you can't say this, you can't say that. I can't begin to even put into words how utterly eviscerating those psyops were, and they went on for at least a decade, if not more, to really fuck people up. And the EU and the whole thing and all of it has led to where we are today, where in Ireland everybody mindlessly complies with this communist bullshit. Here in Britain, people are like, it's like Freedom Day, as Mr. MPC Series 3 was fucking going on about, you know, and then he was also summarily going on about, oh, but we're still going to wear our masks, you never know, don't you? Oh, wow, unbelievable, like, what the fuck? But, you know, that's it. People still will be wearing these things. People will still, they will fucking do it, because, you know, that is what they are. And it's like, oh boy. But anyway, I digress. Right? Nutrition is what your soul tells you it is, and it's different things for different fucking people. I know for a fact that alkaline is fucking bullshit. I get up in the morning, I have a cup of coffee with Rapadura sugar in it and some nice fucking milk. Thank you very much. Makes me feel fucking great. It's better than crack. I need my coffee in the morning. I don't function without it. So there, right? I eat bread that I get from my farm shop. It's nice. I enjoy it. I like potatoes as well. And I eat on every given fucking day whatever I fancy. Yesterday I had ice cream. It was great. It was full of sugar. It gave me a nice fucking rush there. I'm sick of this fucking bullshit. These people, oh, nutrition. Oh, I use food as medicine. I use food to heal my body. And, you know, then there's people like this woman whose father had dementia, and they did everything with diet and coconut oil and this, that, and the other. And no, he still died. He's still fucking... Food does not heal us. Clearing our consciousness, liberating ourselves from the black hands, that will heal your fucking body, right? Here's the thing, right? If our bodies were so magnificent and incredible, then how come every time you sustain a wound, you have a fucking scar that is there for the rest of your fucking life? Hello? I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, if our immune system was that fucking spectacular, we fucking wouldn't have any diseases at all. The body would say, oh, fucking bling, like, boom, fuck off. It's bullshit, people. It's fucking bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. You're being had and you're being lied to and you're being manipulated and you're being MK Ultra. Then wake the fuck up already. What the fuck? Alright? It's bullshit, as George Carlin used to say. It's bullshit and it's bad for you. The way we treat each other is all this parasitical bollocks, right? Even with my friends we do it. I'm like, whoa, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean, or they, oh wow, yeah. But at least, you know, when you're in awareness of that, when you're in awareness of how you've been mangled and that, wow, this is the resulting behavior, at least if you know that and you're in awareness of it, then you can work with it and you can apologize and, you know, then it becomes a healing covenant. But the amount of people that are just needy and feedy and have expectations, and if these expectations are not met, then it's like, well, ooh, you're this and you're that. Or if you disagree about something, you know, it's all narky, narcissistic bullshit. You know? Something is happening within us, guys. There is a massive fucking shift going on here that is so big that there's no way to put it into words. But you know, the part of us that has been completely controlled by the black hand, by you have to do this and you have to go there and you have to say that and you can't say that and you can't feel that, that means you're a bad person. It's like something like, say, envy or jealousy. You know, when you're really ill, really unwell and you're not doing well and you've been utterly obliterated mentally, emotionally, physically as a child, and so you haven't accrued wealth and you haven't got a big house of your own, then when you see other people having all of that, it kind of hurts. It shouldn't be that way. We should all have enough. We should all exist in a state of true well-being, right? So you feel a bit envious. So fucking what? That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're really fucking traumatized and you're really wounded. Again, this is how they play people off against each other, you know, and you get these smarmy fuckers go, look at me and I'm buying this nice house and oh, and look at my garden, and it's like, but they're not very good people at all, actually, you know, they have no empathy. And it's, I know a few of these types of individuals, and actually their consciousness feels very heavy and very dark and very surly and sullen, and it's always take, you know, and it's like, whoa. Haven't you got enough? You need to take some more of my energy as well, do you? Fuck off. I mean, we are learning to disentangle from the black hand, this thing that says you have to be afraid at all times, you need to worry, you need to risk assess, you need to, I better, you know, and that makes us exist in this really tortuous state. Go within and listen to your thoughts. Really witness, stand in witness of your thoughts and of these weird intrusive thoughts and of these fears and these worries and these weird images. Oh, you look fat. You're going to be fat. Something bad's going to happen to you. Right? Pay attention. That is the black hand, the dark generator, and it is pulling your strings. Cognitively, behaviorally, and it's doing that to everything and everyone on the external. The web of consciousness, it tweaks it. It is the uncreation and it is the inversion and it's MK Ultra, and it is what causes disease, people. It causes the rot and the decay. Whatever goes for good health in this world is a fucking piece of shit. It's a fucking lie. Anyway, I think that's about it for today. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover, and well, I can only do the best that I can do to show you, my soul traveler brothers and sisters, my soul traveler family, that it is perfectly good to really fucking be in truth, in honesty. And that anybody who doesn't like that and rejects you for that, and I'm not talking about being verbally abusive. I was verbally abusive in my last video. I wasn't verbally abusive, say, in the hairdressers, because I knew that there is no point. Not only do I waste my precious resources then, and it's not going to make any difference because they're fucking NPCs, but there is no need to do that. It's kind of karmic and not in a good way, and I don't ascribe to it. But to feel your feelings and to have a good fucking rant and scream, there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And I do this openly. I wear my heart on my sleeve on this channel because I want you all to know that you need to get real with this. You need to really get stuck in. You need to see it, know it, feel it. You need to shatter all those glass ceilings that have been pressing down on you like a malevolent, sadistic ton of bricks. That is doing the sacred work. That is what it is. Don't allow yourself to be deceived anymore. Don't allow yourself to be gaslit anymore. Don't allow yourself to be put in lockdown by these fucking vicious psyops of these fucking people that can't be doing the inner work because they're fucking narcissists or because they're cowards. And they don't want to face the darkest of the dark within them. Where you see that you've been a slave to the black hands like that. And that you are disentangling from it, and you are taking little baby steps in a direction of sovereignty. I am, and no, I will not apologize, and no, I will not do this, and I will not do that, and I feel like shit because the black hand is telling me this is true, and that is true, and that is true. But actually, when I really stop a minute and think about it, I realize how it fucking lies all the time. So whilst these thoughts come here into my head and I can't seem to stop it, and it's causing emotional cascades that are negative and gut-wrenchingly fucking awful and cause me depression and anxiety and insomnia and whatnot, somehow I am slowly but surely disentangling from it. I am being liberated. My true self is here having my back, and somehow I know that liberation is happening. It is happening, and that is why everything now is so rampantly nasty, sadistic, bizarre. That's why. All my love to all of you people. Mwah.